Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are looking at the Transformers Kingdom Commander Class Rodamus Prime. And as you can see, he is a really awesome figure. But before we start on the review here, I just got the comment today. For anybody who's looking forward to the Shattered Glass comics, just a fair warning. I've already put the I've already changed the name of it, but yeah, no, my Shattered Glass Blaster review, I screwed up. I won't lie. I did spoilers for the comic. I just got I was excited. I wasn't an idiot. I got the toy that day, read the comic, and then did the review. Not the smartest thing to do. So I was still like hyped up through all that talking energy. So I'd like to apologize. I've already placed a spoiler warning in the title of the video, so if you click on it, you'll see contains spoilers for comic. Hope I will try my best to not do that again. But again, if I get excited, yeah. So with that out of the way, we're talking Rodamus, and I can talk as much as I want without having to worry about spoilers, because I don't think there's any real spoilers for this guy, because I don't read IDWG2, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, so as you can see, he is a very kind of beefy bot. I know I don't have the chest transformed properly. Yeah, so he sticks out more. The chest itself is supposed to go in. You can see the chest has a notch here. Can go, to properly go in. But yeah, so that's just mine. You guys can transform yours however you want. I screwed up with mine. So, as you can see, he's done in primarily red plastic, a wee bit of translucent blue, a yellow piece right here, which I've panel lined, kind of sloppily, mind you. Some of the lines got a wee bit sloppy, but he also has silver here for the, a gray plastic for the hands, which are articulated, and black for the feet. And actually, these are very these are really cool, like solid metal, or not solid metal, but like really hard plastic shins here, and these are really cool looking. Yeah, chest is done fully in red and then painted over orange, so that there's a lot of paint. And then you have the flame deco that Rodamus and Hot Rod are both known for. And his eyes are actually picked out in a very nice metallic blue as well. And then you just have silver here on the top of the head crest, the face, and the intakes here for the shoulders. And actually, that face sculpt is this is a very, very, I have seen thousands of my friends die kind of face. Sheesh. But for articulation, arms can go out that far. He can do a good old suck it Magnus. Arms are on a double hinge, so he can get full out. Anybody seen Power Rangers? He can be one of the villains from the one of the older series. He has a waist swivel right here. Legs can go out that far. Bend back about that far, which is weird. Knees are on a double hinge, so you can get some pretty decent kneeling poses out of him. He can kneel. He's ready to serve tea. And like I said, the fingers are all are articulated. They're all kind of jointed together on a pin here, and then there are the index finger can be wiggled here at the second knuckle, I think. Yeah. All right. So that is it for the main figure. Oh, he also comes with 2 weapon accessories. The gun that you saw in the for the top thing, is a that is a third-party upgrade because I didn't like the rifle. It was a little too thin for me. So I bought the bullet and I got a big gun. And this is a prime weapon. This is a prime weapon. This is a weapon you give to your like a scout sniper. But I mean, it's also a really, like, don't get me wrong, like, it's a cool weapon and I liked this weapon. It's just when I saw this, I was like, yeah, you can kind of see you can just kind of see the difference here. We'll blow a hole through a Star Cruiser. Can take pot shots off of a roof. And then we also get a very nice sword here, done mainly in black plastic. And then, actually, no. Sorry, I think this is done in, this is done in black plastic. And then painted silver here for the blade. And you can just clip it in by inserting it there. Closing the hand, and now he's got a sword. If I remember correctly, I think this is the Sword of Primus? I think comment down below if you know what the sword is a reference to. I can't quite remember. Yeah, so that is it for the Corbat. Now, before we get onto the comparisons, I am going to quickly show you the trailer, because this thing is cool and I don't want to keep separating and putting them back together, so we will open up the trailer like so, and you can pull out the big guns, and they have a kind of a blast shield here. It just pegs in to the base on a little peg here. Close that up, and you can have Rodamus shooting, if I can get the hand to work. There we go. You can have him doing this. You can do the shooty bang bang. Or what I sometimes like to do is I like to open up the entirety of the back here and lower this entire section down, because you can do that. So now you have this entire kind of mini bata platform station. And I like to raise the camera up a wee bit more. Ta-da! So you stick the peg back into the hole like so, and then you just sit old Roddy down. And now the man has a recliner to sit on while he's shooting Decepticons. Man's got a turret. And now has a mobile turret. And I think that is awesome. I loves it. And it can roll too, so you can blast away at... Oop, dropped it. Blast away at Decepticons chasing him while rolling away. Whee! Yeah, so that is pretty much it for the actual trailer itself. Oh, and it can also fit a deluxe-sized car perfectly. Ta-da. And there we go. So that is it for the trailer. There we are. So, for comparisons for this guy. There we are. Alright, so, obviously, it has to be done. Here he is with Prime. So, you can see he's basically just, they're about the same height, which is fair. Here he is with Hot Rod. So, you get the before and after shot. Youthful Ignorance. Stoic Realism. And because we need one Decepticon, here he is with Motormaster, who is also a commander class. There we go. From over here, there's Motormaster. And we'll actually move everybody up to the side here. And there we go. And I think they look really good. They look very, very good. Very, very good. Oop. Did not mean to throw Prime. Kind of want to throw this guy, though. I'm not. Okay, so let's get to transformation, shall we? Where to start? Well, let's start with the arms. So, I want to untab the arms like so. So they're... It kind of works like... if you guys have the hot rod, it kind of works like that with the arms. So, you untab the peg here that pops into his arms, and then you spin the entire thing around. And you do it like so. So now he has two giant, I don't know, Wolverine claws. Shing shing. Man's got Wolverine claws. Yeah, you. Then collapse them over the hands, just to make life a little easier down the road. And then collapse the arm, Luxio. And then Luxio. Open up the wheels and peg them back together. They are just kind of hanging out a wee bit. So, and next you want to unpeg the entire chest from the back. There we go. And then extend everything on the armature. Just have everything kind of extended on the armature just to get everything out of the way. Rotate the top section here around. Luxio. And then you want to bring... I don't know. Leave the chest as is. Flip out these two... what's forget what they're called. I'm just gonna call them Whoozy Whatsits. And then you want to collapse the doors in like so. Rotate the back around and clip everything into the front. And there you go. You now have the front all done. Now for the legs, which are extremely simple. Open up the backs of the shins. Lift up the feet just so that you can get better clearance. And then... come on, you. You gotta kind of flex the plastic a wee bit so that it lets go. It's a little scary, not gonna lie. And all right, okay. So then you just kind of collapse the feet in like so, and bring down the wheel, and that will bring down. It's on a slider, so it'll bring down. There's a peg. It's hard to see. I'm sorry. There's a peg hole right here, right about where my finger is. And you just want to take this pin here. This little nubbin of a pin here. That one. And you want to peg it into the hole that was there. And then fold the foot over top of that. And that closes everything up. Don't do this. This is me being dumb because I forgot to first collapse the knee. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're back on track. Sorry. Alright, so there we go. Collapse the leg first. Pull down the tire then. Second. Come on, you. This side always gives me trouble. This side is being a dick. I don't like this side. This side is mean. There we go. Okay. There we go. And collapse everything back together. Like so. What the hell? One second, guys. Sorry, thought I was losing my mind for a second. I was not. So, we had them like this. Next, there's a pin here and a slot here. You just want to tab it together like so. And finally, close down the back of the car. And you want to just peg it in to the back side just to fill everything out. Make sure everything is collapsed together. And then fold down the sides here just to kind of complete the look. Come on, you. Stop. Always when the camera's on. Always when the camera's on. Yep. God darn it. Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. Well, that was annoying. There we go. Now we have him in car mode. And I very much like this car mode. It is very cool and very powerful. It's very off-roady too. Like it still looks like this thing can go really fast, but also like is super sturdy and ready to go off-roading. And I loves it. And it rolls pretty decently too. So as you can see, the chest has become the hood of the car. The front bumper here has been extended, and you can just kind of see all the lines going through. And I love how they can get rid of all that black and just have it here at the back where here at the back where it looks like it's just a it's just like thrusters for a really high performance sports car. And another thing I like to do is I like to flip up the feet here, add a couple of blast effects in, and unlike Starscream, you can now have this guy racing along. And I really like that. I think it's cool. Alright. So, for base comparisons, here's him with Hot Rod. Here he is with Optimus Prime. And here he is with Motormaster. Yeah. I love the just kind of the way that both of these cars look like they came from the same like company. Like you have, you know, your base flat nose trucks that look kind of similar to each other. If you're not well versed in trucks, I want to say that right now. If you're not so well versed in trucks, a flatbed truck or a flat nose truck is going to look the same as any other ones. Some are just going to be bigger, or some are going to have these top vent fins, while some will not. These guys, you can kind of tell that these would be just a totally different design, or just from the style of the car. Like this version still keeps, although subtly, the same shape and the same kind of style that Hot Rod does. It's just bulked out crazy. And as you can see, he's got some pretty heavy duty suspension here for off-roading or towing stuff. And speaking of towing, actually, let's get rid of old Hottie Rod. And let's bring in big old Bessie. And so to connect the car to the trailer, just want to back them up like so. The wings will go into the slots here and connect just like so. And here we have him fully decked out in truck mode. And I love it. I love it so much. Where did he go? What the heck? Here he is. And right now, there's really only one guy I can kind of compare this to. Another figure who's literally truck and trailer, Magnus. And as you can see, Magnus and Rodamus are pretty much the same kind of... Oh, no, actually, they're definitely two different sizes here. But the trailers themselves, when you detach the vehicles, they are pretty similar in terms of sizing. Back. Like, these two are pretty close to each other in terms of scaling. And I kind of wish we could get Magnus to be pulling this, because that is amazing. And then you can kind of sort of wrap these around the wings here. You get that there, and then clips all that together. And that's kind of funny looking. You can do swapsies. I like it. There we go. And there we go. All right, guys. Oh, right. And doi storage. For this base vehicle mode, you can kind of just put the big gun on top of the roof here, like a big gun do. You can collapse it like so. And just kind of peg it onto the side here. But I normally just kind of toss it into the trailer and forget about it. This gun, however, because it's so small, peg right here on the side, and you can have him either shooting behind him or shooting in front of him with a tiny pew-pew blaster. And then you can still use the same peg hole here for the sword on the roof. Or there are two holes here on the blade. And there are there are 4 notches here on the heels, or on the back of the shins here. And you can tab the sword in on either side, and it gives just enough clearance for him to still roll with the sword underneath. And that is really cool. I very much enjoy that. But yeah, that is pretty much it for Rodamus Prime. I quite honestly, I say get him. He is fun as all get out. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Again, I just want to say sorry about the spoilerific review of Blaster. Again, could not contain the joy, so I had to just talk about it. But tomorrow we will be finally taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Commander class. This guy, Motormaster. Have a good rest of your night, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.